Hey guys, welcome back to the channel to Mansugolu. Today we are bringing a sonnet by William Wordsworth and the name is The World is Too Much With Us. तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं. The world is too much with us, late and soon, getting and spending. We lay waste our past. Little we see in nature that is ours. We have given our hearts away, a sordid boon. The sea that bears her bosom to the moon, the winds that will be howling at all hours, and are upgathered now like sleeping flowers. For this, for everything, we are out of tune. It moves us not, great God, I would rather be a pagan suckled in a creed outworn. So might I, standing on this pleasant lea, have glimpses that would make me less forlorn, have sight of Proteus rising from the sea, or hear old Triton blow his wreathed horn. About William Wordsworth. William Wordsworth wrote this sonnet when he was 32 years old in 1802 and published it in 1807. It was a heartfelt response to the demise of the cottage industry and rural way of life, which had been taken over by mass production and factory work. People were no longer in touch with nature, the Industrial Revolution was at hand. Industry was booming, and the poet, always sensitive to the changes in the nation's psyche, grew increasingly alarmed. The main purpose of the poet was to tell the human world that how the existence of nature is diminishing in their minds and they are only turned towards the materialistic things. The theme of The World is Too Much With Us by William Wordsworth is that humankind has forsaken the soul and individuality for money and material gain. We all look for materialistic things and ignore the nature. By rejecting a connection to nature which enriches the soul, people have lost sight of the true meaning and purpose of human existence. Summary of The World is Too Much With Us. Angrily, the speaker accuses the modern age of having lost its connection to nature and to everything meaningful. In the above lines, he says that even when the sea wears her bosom to the moon and the winds howl, humanity is still out of tune and looks on uncaringly at the spectacle of the storm. The speaker wishes that he were a pagan, raised according to a different vision of the world, so that standing on this pleasant lea, he might see images of ancient gods rising from the waves, a sight that would cheer him greatly. He imagines Proteus rising from the sea and Triton blowing his red-head horn. This poem is one of the many excellent sonnets of William Wordsworth wrote in the early 1800s. Sonnets are a 14-line poetic invention written in iambic pentameter. The World is Too Much With Us takes form of a Petrarchan sonnet, modeled after the work of Petrarch, an Italian poet of the early Renaissance. A Petrarchan sonnet is divided into two parts, an octave and a sestet. A octave is the first 8 lines of the poem, whereas the sestet is the last final 6 lines. The rhyme scheme of a Petrarchan sonnet is somewhat variable. In this case, the octave follows a rhyme scheme of A, B, B, A, then A, B, B, A, and the sestet follows a rhyme scheme of C, D, C, D, C, D. In most of the Petrarchan sonnets, the octave proposes a question or an idea that the sestet answers or criticizes.